Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So it is 5:30 here India time, so 6:30, 7:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 7 hours. So I've only got 7 hours to wait. Yeah. So thank you so much for the people that watched the video that I posted this morning and have commented. Like, it's just been amazing today as I've been going about my business. I got a haircut. Eurovision 2025 haircut. Just being able to read people's comments and seeing the same names that have been with my channel for so long and saying such amazing things, so thank you so much. So I did say in that video that I wanted to do one video before the final because, yeah, my channel is sparse with limited to no content on how I'm feeling about tonight in regards to my favourites, etc, etc. I haven't talked Eurovision, I mean, other than last night with Georgie. Georgie, the girl likes to talk. I'm joking, I love that boy. But this is an opportunity for me, solo, to, yeah, reflect on, or just kind of sit down. I've got time to kill, listen, I've got time to kill. The songs that we have, so we've got 26 songs. Monsoon, I think, has started early in Bangalore, so I may have to stop this video because it looks very dark outside and it's very windy. But nonetheless, we pursue. It's the day of Eurovision. The Eurovision gods are looking down on us. I'm sure it'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the ESC Samuel, who's a legend. I've seen that he's in Basel. I don't know how he's done this. He's created a running order recap. So I'm going to use that to go through the songs that we have tonight and discuss, I guess, my general thoughts and identify kind of my top 10. I tried to do it earlier. So difficult. I think there's like 15 songs I really like. So, I mean, this is a combination of just the songs that I've attached to this season and some songs that just blew me away in the semi-finals. So, without further ado, let's check out the 26 songs, snippets, recap of the songs that we are going to enjoy all together in 7 hours' time. Yeah, Norway's opening. Kyle, bless his heart. He's so young, but he's so up for the challenge. Norway flag. I do really like this song. It was one of the first songs that was selected, and it was I think one of the few national finals where the song that I wanted did in fact win. Oh, it was so difficult. There's a part, like a bit like Alexandra, Queen of the Kings, whereby I think I've listened to it too much. But Kyle seems just the nicest person. And yes, I am totally hoping for a top 10 finish for Norway because the song itself deserves it and he deserves it. It just got picked for my top 10. I'm not trying to be Miss World here by trying to cover my backside. But yes, like this song was one of the few songs leading up to my break where I was listening to, and it was one of the few songs that was, you know, getting me excited about Eurovision. So I thank Norway and Kyle for this. And it is an honour opening Eurovision. And like I said, he's well up for the task. He's a young guy, bless him. What's he, 18? It's a great show opener. And it's a great song. So I'm really hoping Norway comes top 10 because I really do think that this song, this package. And then, you know, we can move on from MGP 2025, which for some, you know, it was there. I don't keep saving, oh wait, cause I'm my own lighter. Nothing can turn me down. Oh man, I feel bad not putting this in my top 10 now. Luxembourg. Maxi Rainbow, who's a content creator, I don't always agree with things that they say, and sometimes I agree with a lot that they say. But I remember Maxi Rainbow being very scathing about Luxembourg's national final, and I was like, oh, it's a bit harsh. Like, I think there's some really good songs there that I like, and this was my favourite. Again, like, this is one of the few national finals for my favourite one. And yes, a bit like Kyle, everything I said about Kyle, rings true with this one. This song kind of really did keep me going in regards to hope for Eurovision 2025 before my break. And like, there was so much negativity around this song and its performance and its junior Eurovision feel, and the fact they didn't connect with the live performance. Honestly, I knew that they would elevate it. There's something about Luxembourg. They elevated last year. The team that they have behind, the dude I follow on social media, I can't remember his name now, the head of delegation, like, they take this seriously, but they seem to know what they're doing. Kind of wish we had him in the UK. But this song just goes from strength to strength. The staging, I just think it is perfection. Every single choreographed moment, every movement she does, like everything, the whole 3 minutes, there's not one part where I'm like, oh, I'd change that, oh, that doesn't seem quite good. They did her dirty. Why put her in the second? Why jam her between Norway and Estonia? Luxembourg is my third favourite. I just think this song is just, it's a feel-good song. I know that there's a message behind it, and let's not forget that. But I want a top 10 for Luxembourg. I don't know whether it's going to happen. Like, in retrospect now, with all the songs that we have, it's such a strong final. I think its placing hasn't helped, but I'm Team Luxembourg. It's my third favourite. Listen, this isn't in my top 10, but I said to Georgie last night, I remember watching this in the semi-final one, and I finally got it. And I said the phrase, in the national final, Espresso, I don't think anyone was in on the joke apart from him, where I feel that this whole staging now, I'm in on the joke. And I just was sitting on the sofa just laughing. Really, really, really like it. I'll just quickly say something more about Estonia. Who knows what that can do? I mean, who knows? They've screwed it over a little bit. And, you know, there is conspiracy theories where people are saying they've tried to separate it as much as possible from Sweden, so it doesn't pull from Sweden's televote. Again, this is the conspiracy theory that the EBU and Eurovision want Sweden to win. I think that's very far-fetched. But I do think Estonia will be pulling in some televotes for sure. And I just enjoy it. It makes me smile. And I never thought I would say that. It was one of the songs that got selected where I was like, oh, this season's going to be interesting. And so, you know, I've really done a 180 on it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm listening to it on the reg and I want to listen to it, but just the package and the performance brings me joy. A different change of pace. We don't have that many slow songs this year. So after 3 really upbeat numbers, it's quite nice to have a different pace. And I thought the performance was good. And politics aside, objectively, the song stands up in this final. I appreciate the effort that delegates from other countries are doing this year in regards to making sure that Yuval's experience isn't horrific. So yeah, politics aside, this is a good change of pace, and in my opinion, the song itself and how it was performed, yeah, it stands up strong with the rest of the 25 songs that are in this final. Lithuania, look, there are some huge lovers of this. I was never on that train. I'm never gonna be, right? It's not my taste. Yeah, it's interesting. We had 3 upbeats, a slow and a rock. I can't comment on it. All I will say is I kind of was expecting it to qualify based on kind of things that I was seeing leading up to it in regards to the lovers of this song were big enough. That's what I was getting kind of leading up to Eurovision as far as I can gather. So I was prepared for this to qualify. And, you know, Eurovision, the final has to... I was showing this grand final songs to my people at work, and it was very evident. Everything was very upbeat pop. So actually, you know, for a world song contest that's advertised and shown to the world, you do need different genres. And for this kind of genre, yeah, I can get and gather that it's decent. Spain. Paco says I'm not allowed to wave one flag. Could be a bit political. So I'm going to wave 3 together. I think that's allowed. Okay, so Spain, my 7th favourite. For me, I think this performance is better than the national final. When I spoke to Georgie yesterday, he seemed to disagree. I just didn't like the dark plant effects, and so this is much more bright. And so as a result, I prefer and I enjoy the brightness. I do think comparatively with the other songs, staging-wise, it seems other delegations have really utilised the LEDs in the floor and the back. I guess they can't do that with the screen. That seems to be up for quite a bit of the song. But I like it. I was a huge lover of this song after the revamp. I think she is diva in the best possible way. And this song just makes me very, very happy. So yeah, like I said, I think Paco said that I can wave the flag if it's 2 or 3. I'm going 3 to be safe. I can't do it on my own, apparently. 1 on its own solo. So yeah, this is my 7th favourite. Ukraine, I mean, a bit like Lithuania. It was a song that got selected, and you know, even though it harks to Britpop, my homeland, it's just not my thing. But I mean, when obviously the 10th song was to be announced, I saw Ukraine there, I was like, it's going to qualify. And then I thought, I kind of do, irrespective of my likes and wants for the song itself and my personal taste, I did want Ukraine in the final. I did. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this came in the semi-final when all the results came out. I think we'll get more of an idea of how it did in its semi-final with the results tonight. But a bit like what I said with Lithuania, it's such a cop-out comment being like, I think out of 26 songs, you do need a diversity of genres for the song contest to be credible and have legitimacy. Else it's just going to be a camp contest or, you know, gay anthem contest, which I don't want. So I want this song contest to appeal to multiple demographics for it to be credible and have legitimacy. So you do need these sort of songs. And fans of this love it. It's just not me. UK. Oh, it's not the upbeat part. What the hell just happened? I'm so unbelievably proud of these girls. Like, things are connecting more now than they have ever done in the last 48 hours with this song. And I saw on a social media platform that the royal family's X account, well, X is the social media platform, that the royal orchestra, is that what we're going to call them, did a rendition of this song outside Buckingham Palace today. And I got really emotional. Like, yeah, I need to grow up, I get that. I heard that their dress rehearsal went really well last night in the jury final performance. And we are all relying on the juries. If Ollie can get 40 points, surely they can get more. And it's just about escaping 21 to 26 for me. If we can get 20th, then it's a job well done. Like, it's upsetting to see that the British media have turned their back on this band now as well. Like, everyone's now preparing themselves for the worst tonight. And my like for this song, I feel, has come a little bit too late. But the girls have done the UK so proud in this kind of Eurovision journey, and tonight is the end of that journey. And yes, let's see, I'm hopeful. It is really raining now. Like, I can't see the building across. Is that an omen? Well, it didn't start with the UK song, so no. Come on, UK, come on! Please vote for us if you're watching this. What the hell just happened? I like this staging. I understand people have said it's lost its soul. It's too, like, watch the video that me and Georgie did yesterday, because people seem to really agree with Georgie's narrative or kind of perspective that this He's been so choreographed. The song has lost its kind of emotive edge. I feel this performance elevated the song even more for me. So I have this in joint 10th. I have a joint 10th because I just couldn't, I had 11 songs, I just couldn't split them. For some people, they believe that this is going to do a Benjamin Ingrosso and just bomb tonight. I just don't see how. I think the voice itself, I connect with it, but maybe not in a way that I connect with others emotively because it's, joint 10th. But I quite like the staging. I feel the staging elevated the song for me. Eek. Listen. Oh, oh, oh. So in regards to how this Eurovision season went, there were certain songs that I actually never properly listened to because I obviously tried to make sure that my channel's authentic, and with the Iceland national final, I didn't follow it, and so this won, and I was like, I'll come back to it. And then when I had a break, I just never came back to it. And I was like, you might come back to it, so don't listen to it yet. Don't listen to it yet, so then obviously you can record it and put it on your channel. So there was a handful of songs that I hadn't listened to until like 3 weeks ago, and this was one of them. And then, was it the first time potentially I even listened to a long part of this was the second dress rehearsal. And then when I watched it in the semi-final, I obviously knew they qualified. And then when I watched it in the semi-final one, it just gives me joy. Like, I love it. It just makes me very happy. I had written it down. There were some countries here, and Iceland was down. And then I realised I had more than 10. So it had to go. Based on longevity and my love for the song being very new. I think the fact that the boys have got into the final, they've already won. So I don't think their result tonight is important. I think the fact that Iceland's back in the final, and they're back in the final with a song that these boys didn't even think would get there, they've already won. And their story so far has brought me joy. I really like this song. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm going to say the same. I'm not going to say the same. What I said about Lithuania, what I said about Ukraine, runs true with this. But this has fans. This had fans of the song before the staging, and then the staging came around and everyone was gooped and gagged. I still can't get on board with the song. I can't connect with it. But I think, the staging itself deserves to be in the final. Oh, copyright evidently. Right, I have toyed with this one for quite a long time, i.e. since I've watched the semi-final performance. I think because I love this song so much, I was wanting to be wowed by the staging. And then I watched it for the first time and I was like, I'm not wowed, but I love the song. And then Georgie's had to sit me down and be like, what were you expecting, Shane? The feel of the song, the message of the song, it's not going to be like in your face, glitter balls. And I was like, you're right. And so I can't take away from the fact that Netherlands is my favourite this year. This song, even when I was having a break from Eurovision, I was listening to this song. And I did see all the way back when people were saying, if you understand the French language and the lyrics are really basic, I was like, well, I don't speak French. I don't. Sorry. I love the backstory of the song. I love the backstory with his mom. I love the fact that they brought the kid from the video right at the end. That really did kind of, the only part of it that did make me think, oh gosh, maybe actually I do appreciate this staging. This is my favourite this year. This is who I'm rooting for. My heart is rooting for tonight. I'm not sure. I'm seeing lots of things that, it should be in and around 5th place. I don't know whether it's going to compete. I haven't seen the Netherlands being discussed today amongst the big hitters on social media. But I hope people haven't forgotten Claude. Claude? I think this is my biggest grower this year. I don't know what happened. Because I wasn't a lover of this song despite the fact that the majority of people were. And I was just blown away by her semi-final performance. I don't know if you can hear me because it's raining and now it's thundering and now there's lightning. I put this in joint 10th place, and let me tell you, that sounds very lectury. I had no inkling that would ever happen. I was getting frustrated after UMK with my inability to connect with the song and everyone else telling me I was wrong. I wasn't angry with them, I was angry with myself, being like, what's your problem, Shane? But there's got to be something said for a woman. She's got no one else on that stage, and yet I can't keep my eyes off her for 3 minutes. Like, that's just innate talent. And the fondue thing, just as soon as I saw that fondue thing, I was like, I love you. I love you. And I really do think Finland is a contender, because bearing in mind, there are people that love the song that'll pick up the phone, and there was me that didn't really connect with the song, but then watched the performance, I was like, I really like this now. Then there's got to be people like me that just is under a spell by how great this whole 3-minute visual is, and sound and everything. This is, my joint 10th place, but as an outside winner, like, I would love Finland to win, and I would love Erika to win. She is wild, and I love her. But I think, I haven't seen Finland's flag or people discussing Finland today, but I think that they should. And so she drew first half, right? And this was the furthest back that they could take her, right? 13th, because 14th is second half. So that makes me hope and feel that her semi-final went down really, really well. I know people say that the final placings don't depend on how well they did in the semi-finals. It must do. Because you're not going to screw over a country, because you think of the turmoil that will happen on Sunday when the results come out. If it wins the semi-final and you put it in second, you're telling me that's not going to have a backlash. I think she did very well in the semi-final, and I still think people in Finland can certainly be optimistic that this could win, in my opinion. What do I know? But yeah. Do you know what? This is another song which I really didn't connect with, and it's just now I know the lyrics. I didn't know the lyrics when this came second in San Remo, when it got selected. It was the feel of the song. Like, embarrassingly, shockingly, awfully, ignorantly, I lived in Italy for 4 years and don't speak Italian. But the fact that they've got the translation is so unbelievably clever, because I was reading every single word, and suddenly out of nowhere I was like, oh, I respect this. And then because I respected it, I kind of was then connecting with it a little bit more. This song got me in a lot of trouble way back when. I think when I put it in third, when I ranked my national final songs. I love this song. Like, it's just something about, I know, it was interesting, I said it last night that I really like this song, and a lot of people in the comments weren't connecting with it. And I've seen more people online kind of having my initial impression when I watched the national final and ranked it in third. But it's irrespective of her and her talent, irrespective of the effort that Poland's gone in or thrown at this, irrespective of the fact that I freaking love the choreography and the dancers are giving it their all, it's just the beat. And I've definitely walked to and fro from school the last few weeks with this on, and it just, I don't know. Maybe there is something spiritual with this song, because it just fills me, and it just, yes. Yes, I always have to disclaim, like, if you're following my channel, then you know, obviously, my Polish heritage. And so I have to always be very clear that it doesn't come from a place of bias. Although my sister today was saying that she's caught up with Eurovision, and she even said, she was like, I always hope I like UK and Poland. I was like, yes, we do, right? So there is that aspect, but yes. Big fan of this one. So this is my fourth favourite. And trust me, after listening to the national final studio versions in Poland, it was a fever dream to even think by the end of this season that this would be my fourth favourite. Really, really hoping this does well. And I don't know how they're being leaked, although the Eurovision is saying that they now know how it's leaked. I have now seen, because someone put it on social media, yesterday there was issues with her being tied up, and so it took longer for her to get out. And so they've now put the camera angle of the jury final last night, and it looks fine. So it didn't even impact the performance. So, yes. At the end of the day, as ethnic heritage goes, ethnically, these are my two, my two countries. Pretty simple like that. I've only got two. I'm not like a fifth Scandinavian or anything like that. But yeah, really, really rooting for Poland tonight. I'm hoping this comes top 15. I know people in Poland will be like, top 15, win. Top 15, please. And this is her redemption, right? After her first go. It's this bit here. I'm really starting to like this. So Georgie's saying in Basel that this song is just in the clubs everywhere, and I get it. I had it on in the shower earlier, and I came out and then put it on repeat. I was like, I'm feeling this. Is this going to shock like Isaac shocked last year and just come out of nowhere and score highly? Georgie said last night he's not expecting the juries to warm to it, but he's expecting a high televote. I don't know. This one's a wild card for me. But yeah, I'm slowly warming to this one. This is my sister's favourite. This is my sister's favourite. Her voice is incredible. And all the fear and worry about the staging initially, you've got to be so careful with images and stuff like that. Because those fears were unwarranted. The staging's great. I do like this song. I do like this song more than I thought I was going to after it won the national final. This song, I tell you what, glow up. If we're looking at where songs were in the national final to where they've got to in regards to Eurovision stage, I think this has one of the biggest glow ups. I really like this song. I've got this song in my 9th place. I listen to this song a lot. Survivor, Survivor, Survivor. This song is beautiful. This song is beautiful. I liked this song when I listened to it, and then even with the camera issues with the semi-final, because it's one camera shot, right? I love it. And I wrote it down, it's there, and then I was like, right, Shane, go by impact and listens, the songs that you have listened to leading up to this. And based on that, it didn't quite make my top 10. But it's home country, isn't it? If this wasn't the host country, would people be talking about Switzerland more than they are? Because I think it has everything to wow. I think it has everything to be able to shine on the night with juries and televote. But I think we just write off host countries now, don't we? Do you know what? Me and Georgie had a disagreement about this yesterday. But it was disagreement in the sense that I was understanding what he was saying. He was basically going along the lines of what I've seen on social media in regards to why people were fearful that she wouldn't qualify. That it's a bit too in your face, it's a bit too messy, and for some people it is leaning too far onto sexual imagery, shall we say. I initially, when I first saw it, because I was naughty, I watched a leaked rehearsal, which we shouldn't really be doing, but I did, sorry. Because I was just so fascinated to see what they were going to bring, because I felt so sorry for Malta, as multiple people did. Well, not all, when obviously they had to change their lyrics. And then I was like, this is quite a lot. It's quite full on. And I think the second time I just embraced it. I think you just got to embrace it. I think you just got to fall into it. And then you love it. Georgie was saying, you know, the staging doesn't really match the feel of the song. And I did say to him, I was like, oh, you know, I do know someone who's part of the PR team, and they're really going for viral rather than necessarily tapping into the meaning of the song. Like, from the very beginning, this song was being pushed towards viral aspects. How can this be viral? How can we make this viral? And they've certainly kind of, in regards to the visuals and the staging, had that in mind. This is my 8th favourite. Just listening to it and being listened to it, I really, really, really enjoy the song. And then Yeah, I'm a lover of it. It's just camp. And once you just accept it's camp and you jump into that world and you just, you know, party on down with Malta, it's fine. Georgie needs just to get deep down and dirty with Malta. He just needs to jump in, embrace it. Do it all the time. Yeah, I don't get this one. This was another song I didn't listen to until I watched the semi-final. I obviously did see the hysteria. What was it, hysteria? The negativity on social media when this won. It came out of nowhere. It's a different change of pace. A lot of the predictions that I'm seeing are predicting that this could come anywhere between 10 and 16. It has its own niche. It's not competing with anyone else. Just like with Ukraine, with Lithuania, with Latvia, I get it. I just don't get it with Portugal, but I don't wish ill on Portugal. I'm going to Portugal this summer, so I don't want to get lynched. Yes. Well done, Portugal. Harmless. She's lovely. Everything I've seen her in, she makes me smile. And this is just like, this is the fairy tale story, isn't it? In the sense of, I think all of the kind of drama created by her in regards to her fears about not getting to the final was the realistic thoughts of whether it's my song, staging, or both. Probably, if it does get to the final, it's going to be close, and she knew that. And so it'll be interesting to see the semi-final results on Sunday. I'm happy it's in the final because I'm happy with this fairy tale story that she got there. A bit like Iceland, she's already won. If she comes last, I don't think she will. I don't think she'll care. She's even said it herself, that that's all she wants is the final. Oh. You just can't get away from how unbelievably catchy this song is. Like, it is catnip. Oh, whoa. I've got this in my second place, and it's just on listens alone. Like, I have listened to this song way too many times than maybe a rational human being, a sane human being, a human being that should function to social norms. But I just love this. It was very close between Sweden and Netherlands. Listen, is it Sweden's night? I think we do this as Eurovision fans, where we try and convince ourselves that it might not be a one-horse race to make things exciting. I'm in that camp. I don't think it's Sweden's. It's a one-horse race. But obviously, if it just nails the televote and nails the jury, also no one's going to be surprised either. In fact, people will probably turn around and be like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Yeah. 23rd is a great spot. It's going to do well in the televote. I can't see why it couldn't and it won't. Like, it just, on instant listen those 3 minutes, you're like, I need to listen to that again. It's the jury, isn't it? I think that's obviously what Mons Zelmerloff was saying, in the sense of when he made his let's see how this does. I think he's talking about juries. He was surprised how well it did with the juries in Melodifestivalen. Is that a predictor of what's going to happen tonight? Are the juries going to appeal to this? Maybe. So if Sweden wins, they overtake Ireland, right? And they'll be the most successful Eurovision country ever. Stunning, beautiful, love. I mean, when I was taking a break from, obviously, my channel, I think one of the hardest parts of that was knowing that I loved France and didn't create any content on it. I love this song. I mean, I love the fact that people were talking about France as a contender for tonight. That's the country that I've seen a lot on social media. Like, there are certain countries that people are saying, and France is in the mix pretty much anytime anyone asks, so what's going to happen? And so, whilst for me, I love the song, whilst for me, I like the staging, I wasn't as wowed, but I'm so unbelievably happy that others have been. Like, I don't give a crap about whether I am not, like, like drawn to this in a way that other people are. As long as other people are drawn to it, that's all I care about. Because, yeah, if France wins, that would make me a very, very happy bunny. Both Junior Eurovision and Adult Eurovision, it almost got to the point where it's farcical that France was my number one. This year it's my number 6, but I love it. And, you know, I think some of my top 10, they're never going to win, right? But, you know, anyone in my top 10, if they win, like, I'm going to be standing up at 4:30 in the morning India time, being so happy. And I think it's been a while for France. And I just think sometimes when one of the big five, when one of the big 5 wins, it just gives me confidence as a British person that it can be done. So, you know, when it happens, and it doesn't always happen, and sometimes Italy is just its own thing, and I can't really take comfort when Italy wins because they just always do well. But certainly, obviously, Germany and Spain, like when these countries do well, I just think to myself, it can be done. And if France wins, which for some people they're predicting it might, that's going to give me a lot of hope as a British guy that automatic qualifiers can win. You just got to send a good song. This is another song. The first time I heard it was in the semi-final. Tutta l'Italia, tutta Italia. Even though it was the theme song for San Remo, I still hadn't listened to it. And listen, I love the fact that San Marino's qualified, Malta's qualified, Iceland's qualified. What's that 4th small country, Shane? Luxembourg. Like, you know, Eurovision 2025 didn't go the way of the Balkans, very much did go the way of Scandinavian countries, and went well for small countries, obviously, with some omissions like Montenegro and Cyprus. It's a catchy tune. It's a catchy tune. And I think everyone has a small part in their heart that is voting for an underdog, voting for a small country, particularly San Marino. So, yes, obviously I know I'm saying this with some people sitting at home still bitter that their country or their favourite didn't qualify because of this song. I still think we should have finished with this. And the Krista, whatever his name is, I saw an interview with him today about explaining why he put Albania last. He was very complimentary about Albania. Even he said it, he's like, it could have been Albania, it could have been San Marino. He was like, but I wanted to end with quality. I was like, oh, it's a bit of a diss on San Marino. And even I said that to George yesterday. He was like, what does one place matter? I was like, it does matter. I really think it does matter. But yes, this is a good tune. It's a good tune. Tutti l'Italia, tutti l'Italia. I think there was some concern about people who love this song with the staging. I get the fact that it's not as great as others, but the staging's fine. And then we have Albania. Love this song. So many people do. And like, it's great in the Eurovision community to see so many people just rooting for this. You've got people who want this to win just because Basel is expensive and people are like, can we just go to a cheaper country? But this would be amazing for Albania. Like, look at their trajectory, look at their journey that they've had. And then this has just come out of absolutely nowhere. We were never seeing this in regards to the last few years that they were going here. They've got a song that people are talking about winning. Imagine being in Albania and people and hearing people say your song might win. That's crazy. And so, you know, I love it. The reason why is because it doesn't have that historical legacy of being competitive out of Eurovision. And as I said, is it Christian Bjorg or whatever his name is, who organises the running order? He said so many lovely things about this song, about how it's stylish, how it's class, how it's what music should be. And I was like, mate, you love this song. And he summed up this song better than I could. And I am nervous that this is last. I know initially there was some excitement, but I don't know. I've got it in my head that coming last isn't a good thing. But anyway, Albania is my fifth favourite. It's my fifth favourite. Big fan. And I just think I was saying about Denmark qualifying for the finals of Fairy Tale. Albania winning is the fairy tale of them all. And I don't know many people out there that wouldn't be happy that Albania wins. So we're ending with Albania, and I should still be awake by this point. But yes, it's a great song. It's a great song, and it's crazy. Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if you were saying that in the next 5 years Albania will win, people would be like, what are you talking about? What are you chatting? But that's the world we're currently living in. That's the reality that we are currently facing. And like I said, people in Albania, I mean, the streets of Albania tonight, I think a top 5 finish. I mean, I think there is a feeling in Albania it could win. So I think maybe anything less than a win might be disappointing for some. But I think a top 5 finish, it would be great to be in Albania right now. It would be great to be about Albania tonight because, you know, I feel that this song is going to do extremely well. And it's going to bring a lot of pride to Albania. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with Eurovision 2025. It is now 6:15. So I'm going to edit this, put this on my channel, and then occupy myself until 12:30. But yes, happy Eurovision Day, everyone. What's the Hunger Games phrase? May the odds be forever in your favour. And vote for the UK, because we need it. But yes, wishing all the acts all the best, and just wishing and hoping for and knowing we're gonna have a fantastic show later. And I'm still hoping for Salim. That'd be great. So I will leave it there. So if you are still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the notification button so you're informed if when I post videos, and I will. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.